Introduction: Why most people fail at freelancing. It was the 4th of July during the 2020 pandemic, and I was depressed and stress-eating bread alone in the dark, a classic coping strategy. I was sitting on my tiny, beat-up love seat I had dragged over from my previous Los Angeles apartment, watching episodes of ABC's Shark Tank, where eager founders pitch investors with hopes of getting their business funded. I watched as the entrepreneurs pitched the sharks. This episode's parade of founders had figured it out, or had bet their mortgage on their business that mailed literal potatoes to customers with messages on them, which ended up being more lucrative than you'd think. All of the contestants were on that stage in the hopes they too could achieve their version of the lucrative American dream. At the time, my freelance writing business had been hit by the shock of the pandemic shutdowns. My early 20s were spent working a string of minimum wage jobs, and I had left everything behind to go full-time freelance. Am I stupid for trying to make it on my own? I thought in the dark as the fireworks exploded above me. Do I just need a steady job to wait out the pandemic? In the dark of my living room, I hoped I could figure out this whole freelance thing. More than that, I needed to make it work if I wanted to have any hopes of paying my bills without resorting to gluing postage stamps to produce. Fast forward to 2 years later, I had just returned from a trip to Portugal, one of my favorite countries I'd visited so far in my travels. And I was about to hit my first $50,000 month as a freelancer. No way. I couldn't believe it. Each month I had broken records, consistently earning $30,000 on average per month as a freelance writer. Hadn't the world told me by now that this should be impossible? Weren't writers supposed to starve and live off coffee and cigarettes? But there it was, $50,000 in revenue for my freelancing business that month. I felt an unfathomable high as I crunched the numbers from the kitchen table. Even if everything disappeared tomorrow, I could say that I made it. That capitalist American dream wasn't reserved for someone who made it big by writing personalized messages on potatoes on Shark Tank. To me, those numbers meant I could pay for my expensive $800 per month, after insurance, medication, for my autoimmune condition. Those numbers meant I could continue to travel the world and make my own schedule. No alarm clock for me. Those numbers meant I could be more generous with those I loved. Those numbers meant I could continue to invest in making art with my peers. Those numbers meant I could live my dream life, no strings attached. I create these voiceovers using Wondercraft AI, a text-to-speech tool that speaks in your voice so you can create more podcasts, audiobooks, and voiceovers, all by just dropping in some text. Use my code SUTO50, SUTO50, or the link in the description below to get 50% off your Wondercraft AI subscription. I get a small commission if you use my code, so thanks for your support. Sending creativity and good writing vibes your way. Amy.